Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll show you how to make a better looking MBT than what you might have, I don't know. But here you can see my T72 M2 Moderna that I made like half a year ago, I don't know. Used War Thunder as my reference. Now I'm really proud of this vehicle, so today I'll show you on the front of the tank. Now this is just the front of the hull, how you can make your tank look a lot better, and maybe look more like my tanks when it comes to quality. If you have if you want to make a 70s to 90s, somewhere in that area tank, somewhere in that era. Now let's load up the hull and the turret that I've already made with working stabilizer, although it has quite a slow turret reverse because it weighs a lot. Yeah, you can see that that's the stabilizer, working quite well actually. Really happy of how I made it. Now I call this the K3 M63, and the version which I made, just testing out what I can do on the tank, is called the K3 M126, which I've already put a lot of things on, and I think I'll show it a bit later in the video. Now, as you can see, you can have that, you can have this viewport. It is required that you have at least one of the driver's ports, although you don't actually need a crew hatch. Although I went with a commander's cupola, and I also went with some of the sites, some extra driver ports, because I liked it a lot more. You can see here, yes, that's the cupola, the 8-slot cupola I decided to use. Plop it down, I shrink it down a bit, and then we take it down, have it in the middle of course, and then we'll duplicate the viewport, have it on both sides, as you can see here, and then we put it in so it looks more or less like a driver's port would around this time. Now this already looks a lot better than just having one of the standard viewports, or the Japanese, I think that is, but anyways, that other viewport that you can have looks a lot better. Now let's just readjust this so it looks a little bit better, just to make it feel that much, I don't know, something. And now to your driver, to be able to see in the night, maybe you need to have lighting. So I decided that, you know what, let's go crazy, we'll have 2 lights on both sides, aka 4 lights in total. We'll see if I add more in the next episodes or whatever. I'll probably do that because I like lights. I don't know why. Before I hated them because they're just so bright, but no longer, at least. And let's see here. And then as always, I need to use a ladder. I just think it looks that cool. And as always, I go overboard and put way too many layers in. I think those first 2 would probably look the best, but I think I then decided to use 1 only. But yeah, you can see here, this does not look very good anymore. Ladders can make your tank look really cool. You just need to use them in the right way, which is kinda hard to do actually. Anyways, you can see here I'm kinda happy with this design, so let's just go with it. Sorry, I'm kinda tired. Yeah. Now, as I just showed there, I don't need to have any, because this is quite a modern tank, I don't need to have any anti-infantry in the hull, but I do have the turret anti-infantry MG with the Sherman ventilator to make it look like the one that the Abrams have. I think it just looks like a pipe going out of the turret beside the tank cannon, making it look quite unique. I tried to go for that kind of feel, but not really that. Now just showing off my armor, cause I can, I guess. Now, aesthetic applique armor, sorry. Anyways, that's something I love having that done. It makes quite a big difference, because it makes it worth it to place down these panels. Maybe not making them thicker, but that looks better. Anyways, as you can see here, scaling up, scaling them so they're thicker, and it's not really easy to see here, but it is more armor. It's definitely a lot more armor when you have those on. Now let's just duplicate this so I have it more or less on the entire tank. And this process can take a while depending on the size of your tank, the shapes, the geometry, how complicated it is. A lot more things than that probably, but those are the two things I can come up with right now. And I believe that I make this video. This video will be the first part of, I think, 3 or 4 parts of this video, of the series I'll have. I'll make it, I'll call it, I think, probably how to make your MBT better in Sprocket. Now this is the front of the hull, very important, which just made me realize I'll probably have at least 4 or 5 videos in the series playlist, because you also need at least 1 or 2 to do the turret. Now we're almost done with this composite armor, which is really good. And I think this video became like a little bit over 20 minutes, which is, I'd say that's a okay amount of time for just placing down armor plates, 70% of the time. Yeah, but hopefully you don't click off the video, and if you have, before you do that, if you're going to do that, if you enjoy my content so far, maybe consider subscribing and liking, maybe even joining my Discord, because I do have some events going on. I will do probably a Sprocket event or something next, but I have a War Thunder event going right now. I just need a few more people to start doing it. Or event, more like... yeah, I guess you can call it an event actually. Now, here looks so much better with the armor panels on. I really don't know why I flex with the armor being so much all the time. Now I just turned it down, because why not, just to see the contrast. You can see it go from like 30, maybe up to 40, to from 40 up to 60 on the places with armor panels. And that's the... I'm not sure if that's both the armor behind and the armor plating I have on top of it. Now it's a lot more speedy because I took all the armor off, because I don't know why not. Now, a thing I really like in this game is the stowages, especially the one that looks like a MGM box, machine gun box, that one that I'm placing down right now. Now, I really don't know what this is supposed to be. I just think it looks cool, so that's why I have it. And that's usually the reason I make basically anything. And can people stop sending me notifications while I'm making videos, please? Sorry for that. Let's go ahead and set that to on. I'm sorry if that made some noise. Excuse that. I'll try to improve I'll try to remember putting this do not disturb me mode on next video, hopefully. And sorry for any background noises that you might hear. I really don't know how to make them, how to have less. Sorry, I'm really tired today, I guess. But it's the 6th of December, only, what is it, 28 days more to go, because here in Sweden we celebrate Christmas, with gifts and such on the 24th instead of the 25th, compared to most of the world. Now, a really clever trick with the tracks I'm doing right now, placing, is to have, when it bends like here, only use one segment and then have multiple things that are one segment. And as you can see, I'm moving this back to make it look a little bit better, like it's hanging on the side. Now I'm placing down the second segment, I guess. Make it have, actually I think, yeah, that one just looked the same actually, with the same angle, which was not a good idea to do because it doesn't look as good. But the third one at least will break it up a little bit, I guess. So now, yeah, I think this is where I get some problems with selecting. I get two selecting the right thing problems in the game today. Not sure if what did I do to fix this? Was this the one where I just decided to... come on, why am I so tired? But I think this is the one where I decided to just get rid of that one and place it in another place. And come on, can't this thing just finally? Okay, good. Yeah, placing it there, just dragging it in, because a lot easier. I don't care anymore. But anyways, here you have quite a good looking track. Or actually extra track, I guess. Additional track, I think it's called in the mobility tab. Where is it? No, spares, sorry, it's additional track spares, maybe, if you want to be more specific. Anyways, as you can see, this already looks a lot better. But let's just place this air conditioning or whatever thing this is. No, actually, I think it's an engine cooler. I think it says. Not sure. Now, on this tank, I'm not really sure what more can I do, but yes, yeah, here I think some smoke could look nice, although I did change my mind luckily, because if you know basically anything about tanks and smoke, is you don't have the smoke in the hull, you have the smoke on the turret. So otherwise you can't shoot and fire the smoke in different directions. Now, smoke is actually something I really want to see in Sprocket. Maybe not with the AI, because using smoke would probably just make you be blinded and make your enemies still be able to see you, because it's AI, so they still know you're there because you're not behind a hill or whatever. But if they added multiplayer, which I really hope they do, smoke could be a really good option for a thing that you could have. Before that, I do hope for other more important things, like being able to choose if you'll have a smoothbore or a rifled gun, maybe, I don't know. More parts, of course, and the most important to me actually, which is more types of ammo, like maybe, let's say, bringing in heat, maybe like HE, high explosive anti-tank, maybe just straight up high explosive would be really nice, and a solid shot. Oh wait, actually that's already a thing, but when I say solid shot I mean APCR, like Sabo, discarding Sabo round is totally what I meant. Anyways, here's the other time that I got the selecting issue, making it there, and then I decided I want there to be an equal gap between the whatever that pipe thing is in front and those three boxes are a little bit behind it. So now I had some issue selecting that thing in the middle. It just does not want to be selected. Come on, please. I'm begging you, game. You just no. Just no. So eventually I just had to move the entire thing. Apologies. I'm really sorry for all this, but anyways. Let's see. Eventually I just got enough of it, so I just didn't bear waiting anymore, so I just moved it out of the way, the arch, the hook on top of it. Yeah, as we can see right there, I just was too bored, could not do it anymore. Too annoying, I guess. Now, this is only the front of the hull, as I've already said, so the sides or the top will not be done today. Now, as we can see, saving, always important, don't forget to save your vehicles. Now here, K3 M126, as I said before, this is the tank that I've already made, and I'm just taking this bulldozer because I think it looks really nice, and I really don't wanna have to remake it. It's good enough, I think. So this is probably like something looking kind of like that tank is the goal for this, I guess. Not sure, but anyways, here we go, putting a freeform turret. I don't know why I put it here. And then, put it on the belly, put it in the middle, really important, and load up this bulldozer, and then we turn it around to the right side, just turn it upside down, aka right side up, I guess, and then we put it in place where it's supposed to be, and that looks quite a lot better than before when it was just the lower front plate there, and now there's a bulldozer or dozer blade, whatever. Now down just below the lights, I feel like something really needs to be there. I just don't know what, but just test drive. So yeah, there really needs to be something there on the fenders, just don't know what. So let's try making, I don't know, like a windshield, I think you call it, for the tracks, so it doesn't get muddy or dirty or whatever. But quite quickly I scrapped this idea because just did not look good. Really didn't like it. Well, here we go. Trying to make it work, not getting it to work, and just giving up here. So instead I'll just put it on the front of the fenders to make it look like something, and I notice now it looks like smiley faces, and now you won't be able to unsee that. But let's put on some custom decals, like a number on the dozer blade, because why not? Why not have a random number on the dozer blade, you know? And probably something on those mouths on the smiley faces, which is what I'll refer to them as from now on. Now, what do I know? Maybe we make this thing American, German, or Swedish, or Slovakian, or Japanese. No, actually, who cares? I'll put some of these. Personally, I think they look M1 Abrams like, the thing that I have on the turret. The turret cheeks, I think that's what this looks like. Anyways, now let's put him on here to make it look like something more important, interesting, something like that. And now I notice it just looks a lot more like a smiley face than before. Now, here's the finished product. This is now the tank. This is how far we came. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.